Trinity, and I'm going to show you how my business, TJ'SCrafts, makes bookmarks. So I'm going to explain everything that we have laid out so you know what you need and maybe what you want to get if you want to try making them. So first we have a paper trimmer to cut the paper, but you could probably use scissors or any other cutting tool you can use for paper. And I also have some blank paper that are 6.5 inches long by 4.5 inches wide. And we also have colored ones for the back. And these come in very different colors, like it's almost a rainbow. And they're the same size as the other sheet of paper. Now we have this huge pack of markers that can turn into this castle. And I sorted them to a rainbow, but they come in a very different style. And then we have these also super tips markers, which come in different colors. And we have our writing utensils, and you can also use a ruler and a clipboard depending on where you're working. So we're going to cut this paper so that it's about half the size. I'm going to cut one to show you, and you can use a ruler if you're using scissors, but I have my paper trimmer here. And I normally fold my paper in half so that I get an almost perfect line, but you guys can use your other ways. And then we fold it again the other way so that makes sure the crease is good. And so you move this up and you make sure you get it all lined up on the line, and then cut it right, and we have two good pieces of paper that are going to become two bookmarks. We're going to take a pencil and we're going to sketch something really quick. You can sketch something that you want. It can take you longer or shorter depending on what you want to draw. But I'm going to draw something really quick, like a heart or a star or something. I just did a quick one, but you can make them much more elaborate and beautiful than mine. So I like to pick a marker and a matching background for my bookmarks, and so that they match, but you don't have to. You can make them totally different in any way that you want. And so we're gonna color in these little hearts and maybe do a background. Okay everybody, so after you get your design down, I'm going to Sharpie it, and that's also another reason why you put the backing, so the Sharpie doesn't bleed through the back. And so I'm going to Sharpie around the hearts, and you can Sharpie around whatever you're doing, whatever you want to bold in, or make pop a little bit more than everything else. Sort of like we did in here, how we did it around the water and the clouds, just to make it pop out a little bit. So I'm going to Sharpie around the hearts so that it looks a little bit neater and a little bit cleaner. Since I Sharpied around my design like you can, I'm going to put the backing on my design since that's how I like to make mine. So I'm going to rip this one out of my packet because that's how this sort of comes. But you can like get your sheet ready in whatever way you need to. And so I like to cut it the same way that I cut the other one, with the paper trimmer or your scissors or whatever other cutting tool you like to use. And we fold it in half again. Or you can measure it, but mine's not exact. It's just a rough design. So you have 2 sheets for your 2 bookmarks that you might make. So I sort of like to see which one it fits better, because sometimes if you cut them, they fit one better than they fit the other. So I think it fits this one best. So I'm gonna line it up. So you can get any normal Scotch tape to tape the back and the front together. And mine's a clip, so I put it on the table. And so you get a good sized piece because you're gonna roll it into a ball. And you fold it like that. I like to fold it in there. And so I normally put one right here. Since we have the tape on the back, we're gonna get our bookmark backings and we're gonna see which end should go next to each other. And you're going to try to line it up so that it's almost perfect on one end and the other end could be bad end that you cut a little bit, or that you trim, or that you color, or whatever you need to do to make your bookmark as fabulous as you. Okay, so then you're gonna press down on it really hard and give it some pressure. And then you see how there's still a little edge on the side and over here. I normally like to cut those edges. And it just comes straight off. Still looks very pretty at the bottom. And I like to collect all the excess in a pile that I throw away for later. And this is how you make it. But you can also laminate them if you want to. And if you don't have a laminator, you can laminate it a different way that I learned. And it's by using some clear Scotch. This is shipping and packaging tape, but you can use any type of bulky, strong, clear tape that you have. And that is how you can self-make one of our bookmarks, and here it is. And we normally put stickers on the back of ours, but you don't have to. And they're really pretty and they're a really fun project, and you can make a very big amount of them in a very short amount of time. Like, we could literally make another one right now if we wanted to. So, thank you for watching.